Hello everybody, Shadow here, and welcome back to the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. So, Shouma is finally ready to tell us what he has remembered. So let's go ahead and talk to him. Alright Shouma, everyone's here. This means you remembered something important, right? Yes, I remember it all now, thanks to Ava and her hemoanima. Oh, you actually went through with it? Well done, Shouma. That took real courage. You realize this is your fault for putting the idea in his head. I did nothing of the sort. All I did was give some friendly, impartial advice. Blah, blah, blah. Shouma just happened to come to the same conclusion, that your prisoner had to die. Knowing how hatefully ruthless you all are, I had a feeling it would turn out this way. What happened to I'll just sit quietly and listen?
Oh.
Go on, Shouma. First, let me go over some basics. Sarai had access to technology that can suppress or overwrite people's memories. That process was used on all of us to erase certain parts of our past. That explains why we don't remember how we got here. But just what memories did they take from us? I'm guessing our crypto globe and transfusions for a start. Pretty much everything from when we were at Kamakura General Hospital as well. We are sure that our memories were rewritten, right? Absolutely, but thanks to my hemoanima, mine weren't completely erased. You said before that your hemoanima perceived the erasure process as a threat and activated to prevent it. Is that why you had those peculiar flashbacks? They're the memories you managed to save? Yes, every time my hemoanima got stronger, my skill was able to recover more of our stolen past. After I absorbed Ava's power, I finally got back all of my memories. I remember it all now. And what did you remember exactly? Are you okay, Shouma?
What I remembered was... it was something that sent me spiraling into despair.
Right.
I'd gotten fragments of it before, but I didn't want to believe it.
Sure.
I can't deny it anymore, though. It's the truth. It's all true.
Okay, what exactly are we talking about here? What's true? Quit keeping us in suspense! It's okay, Shouma. However bad this secret is, you don't have to keep it to yourself anymore. We have a right to know about it, too. A right and a responsibility. We'll bear the burden of the truth together. So don't be afraid. Go ahead and tell us. All right. No, stop it. I don't want to know. I felt a sudden urge to go back on my decision, but the words died on my throat. The air in the room was heavy, like something terrible was about to happen. For some reason, it felt like if I learned the secret, I wouldn't be me anymore. And yet, deep down, I knew it was something I needed to know. There was no going back. Our memories that were modified of our time in the Tokyo residential complex. In the complex? Before we came here, we were all living there, right? Yeah, of course. Where are you going with this? We're all invaders. We're all invaders. It explains our, multicolored hair and stuff. Like, Yugamu, Ima. I mean, I guess some of us don't have the multicolored hair thing going on, but still. The Tokyo residential complex. That's where we were born, where we grew up, where we lived our entire lives. Tsubasa was with her grandpa and his workshop. Moko with her wrestling career. Yugamu and his family of assassins. Gaku and his poverty. Why does that gotta be my defining feature? But the thing is, those lives, those memories, none of them are real. Huh?
Our memories of our lives in the complex, they're all false memories that were implanted into us.
Da-da-da-dun!
The friends and families we've been so desperate to protect all this time, none of them actually exist.
What are you talking about, Shouma? They don't exist? No, that can't be right. My grandpa, the workshop, that was my normal life. It's from way before we got here and started having our memories messed with. And the other kids at the foster home. We may not be related by blood, but we're still a real family. No, it's all a lie. Everything we thought we knew about our lives came from fake memories. Fake memories? Cut it out, Shouma. That shit ain't funny, man. I'm serious. I wish I could shrug this off as a joke or a delusion, but it's all true. But then, if the past we know is a lie, then who are we really? We weren't born in the Tokyo residential complex. We were created in Kamakura General Hospital.
We were grown inside special machines there. And until we woke up in this classroom 67 days ago, that's where we spent our entire lives.
Oh, fascinating. No, this can't be right. My pulse was hammering in my ears so hard I could barely hear what everyone was saying. I wanted to shut this conversation down, to run from the truth, but my body wouldn't let me. I stood there, rooted on the spot, taking in everything Shouma said in spite of myself. We weren't born, we were grown. We're clones, artificial humans made in a lab. Clones? Are you shitting me?
That's all we've ever been. Our memories from before we got here are all fake. They're just fictional scenarios implanted in our brains to give us the illusion of having lived real lives.
Okay, so where does that leave Nozomi Karawa's situation? I don't understand. Why would they do that? All of it was for humanity's sake. We were made this way to be humanity's protectors. That also includes our hemoanima. But isn't hemoanima supposed to be something only people from this planet are born with? That's right. The reason we have it is because of the person whose genes were used to create us. That person is you, Shion. Me? Whoa. Time out. I can't keep up with all these twists. Same here. We were created using Shion's DNA, so we could inherit the power of his incredible cryptoglobin. That's where our hemoanima really comes from. Fascinating.
I overheard all of this from the researchers at the hospital. We didn't have hemoanima transfused into us. It's been an inherent part of who we are from the very start.
Fascinating. All that was left was to give us the proper motivation to protect mankind. So we were given false memories. And then we were sent here to Futurum. So the reasons we've been so desperate to win this war, and the people we've been fighting for, none of them are real? To sum things up, cryptoglobin is a gift from the planet, given only to its greatest heroes. The Futuran commanders can only be defeated by other cryptoglobin users, so the Earth authorities decided to make some of their own. After kidnapping Shion, they used his DNA to create soldiers with the same power, and gave them memories that would make them want to save humanity at any cost. That's what we really are. Yeah, we're like characters in a battle manga, or a video game. Keep it secret. You gotta keep it secret, Evie. As a video game character yourself, you probably have a better chance of interacting with them than I do, so just don't talk about it. We exist purely to fight. Our pasts, our friends, our families, they're just additional pieces of fiction devised to further that end. Come to think of it, when I was on the other side, some of the commanders said something I didn't quite understand. They seemed annoyed that I could take damage from conventional attacks, almost like my cryptoglobin should have prevented it. If we are clones, just copies of a real cryptoglobin user, then generation loss might account for why our powers aren't as potent as theirs.
Wait a minute.
I finally found my voice and cried out, but it was hard to string together a coherent sentence. My whole body was shaking.
Just Just hold on, okay? We shouldn't just accept this as true right away, you know? If it were true, that would mean it was all a lie.
Right.
My peaceful, mundane, average life,
Right.
the town I grew up in, all the things I did there, the people I met,
Right, yeah.
even Karuwa. None of that was real? You can't just fake an entire person's life! We would have noticed something was wrong, wouldn't we? It has to be real!
You would think. Yeah! All my brothers and sisters. They can't just be made up. My ideal target, too. Even the feelings that made me want to kill her in the first place. There ain't no way all that only exists in our heads. Yeah, it's just not possible. I wouldn't be so sure about that. If we accept what Shouma is saying is true, it would help explain a few things. It would? What the frick are you talking about? You said this story would help explain some things. What did you mean by that? Oh, I bet you're just dying to know, aren't you?
Yes! Hurry up and tell us!
I was just thinking, some of Surrey's behavior makes a lot more sense now. Like how he was so obstinate about being unable to contact the artificial satellite, for example. Because if we did make contact, we'd realize everyone we knew didn't really exist. Exactly. But we'd have figured out that anyway once we got back to the satellite. Sure, but by then we'd have already won the war and wiped out every last futureman on the planet. So essentially, no one cares about our feelings or how much the truth would hurt us, as long as we get the job done. No way! My parents, my family! I refuse to believe they're nothing but a lie. Me too. You're gonna make me cry. It's all a lie? Karuwa isn't real? She only exists in my memories? There's no way. If she's not real, then what am I doing here? What's it all been for? That is the burning question, isn't it? But we don't know for sure if any of this is true, right? There's no evidence of anything. Sorry to burst your bubble, but I might know something that supports it too. What? The last few days, I've been holed up in the war room, going through the data and documents on the central computer. I figured since Surrey wasn't here to stop me, this was my chance to check out anything he wouldn't want me to see. While I was doing that, I noticed something that seemed odd. What was it? Our DNA records. The same ones the Revivomatic uses to bring us back when we die. I used the equipment in the biolab to run a detailed analysis on it, and... well, honestly, I thought it might have been some kind of mistake. Until now. What? What did you find out? Our genetic code is remarkably similar. I could buy maybe 2 or 3 complete strangers having this many commonalities, but 14 is too much of a coincidence. Huh? I kept quiet about it since it didn't seem relevant, but now it's all falling into place. If we're all clones of the same person, then of course our genes would be similar. We're basically all related. So, Shion's our father, and we're all siblings? We're siblings?! Yes, exactly. Shion's genetic material was the starting point for each and every one of us. If we were to compare our DNA against his, the similarities would be even clearer. You're all... I mean, I'm your... He lost his father and now he's like, oh my gosh, I'm a father? What? I know it's hard to believe, but this is the truth.
We're nothing but disposable soldiers created to fight humanity's war for them. our lives in the Tokyo residential complex and the people we hold dear are all false memories.
Right.
They were implanted into us to give us the motivation we needed to fight. They're all just character backstories in the giant work of fiction that is our life.
Right, okay. I just realized that this is very similar to V3.
In reality, we were in the machines that grew us the whole time. When we finally came out of them, we woke up here, in this classroom.
Right.
In a way, that's when we were really born. That's when we came into the real world for the very first time.
Okay.
And almost right away, we started fighting the invaders. That's the only thing we were ever meant to do.
Right. Okay.
That's it. That's the terrible truth that I remembered. That I sacrificed Ava for.
This is the truth? No way! There's no way something so crazy could be true, is there? We're not even human? But we're not exactly Futurans either. I guess we're more like tools? Or weapons? Or monsters. Created from Shion's DNA to destroy and nothing else. Damn it! This is so fucked up! My head feels like it's gonna crack open. Kinda makes you want to give up on life. Except we don't even have the option of dying. This is too much. In that case, there's only one person here who's an actual human. The one who wasn't originally intended to be part of this mission. You, Nozomi. Living weapons made from stolen DNA to defeat Futurum's crypto-globin-wielding defenders. Able to die in battle and come right back to fight again and again. Renewable, but also totally disposable. That's what we really are?
This is my fault. All of this happened because of me. If I hadn't been born with this power, none of you would have had to suffer like this. It's all my fault.
I mean, yes. But if you think about it from a different perspective, if you hadn't been born the way that you were, you would not have given birth to us by the process of cloning. Like, if you didn't exist, we wouldn't exist. So, Shion's words of anguish echoed in my head, but I couldn't say a word. What could I even say at a time like this? One part of my mind was still just desperately going over everything I'd learned. There had to be some contradiction in there. Something to dispose this insane story. That's why I was thinking back on my days in the residential complex. Those peaceful days, still so vivid in my mind. I replayed those memories in my head over and over again. I fixated on every last detail, trying to reassure myself. It's okay, Shelf. It's okay. You're doing fine. It's okay. I need a break. I clearly need a break. Trying to reassure myself that those events were real. Trying to reassure myself that I was real. I sank deeper and deeper into those recollections until everything else seemed to fade away. Okay. What was real and what was just a dream? I didn't want to know anymore. I shut my eyes tight and tried not to think about it. I didn't want to think about anything anymore. I just wanted it all to go away.
Kotaro.
Oh, that's
Don't have
so
to do
mean.
all that. Won't you catch our cold?
I'm just fine. I'm confident I won't catch it.
Your confidence is big.
Taki, your mom, I want to repay her a little.
Stop it. I don't want to see this.
Is your mom busy with her?
Yeah. She's been staying at.
I see.
More importantly.
Just stop. I don't want these memories anymore. They're not real anyway. Please, just stop. Let me just disappear. Okay, day 69! Are we gonna get the rockin' music again? I wanted to escape from reality, but my dreams didn't offer any relief. I cleared my mind and embraced a sense of nothingness, letting myself go completely numb. What would happen if the enemy decided to attack now? Why should I care about any of that? Live or die, it's all the same to me. I don't have the energy to fight against it anymore. I prefer to just disappear, to sink into infinite darkness and never come back up again. Day 70. We didn't get the rockin' music. A clatter?
Siri. This is all far too cruel. How could you do this? How could you keep something that important from them? It's too much. They deserve better than this. It hurts to think that it was humanity. That it was people like me who did this to them.
Right.
Siri, I have a request. It's not much, but there's still one thing I don't understand. Before this war is over, I want answers. So, I need you to wake up, Siri.
Right. Oh? Is he alive? Has he woken? Oh. I don't know what the frick that was. Who's there? Oh, who cares? It's got nothing to do with me anymore. Oh my. Oh. Jeepers! With a wrenching, splintering noise, the door to my room was kicked open. By Nozomi? Oh my. So you are in here. You could have just answered, you know. I had no idea these doors were so fragile. I didn't think I'd actually be able to break it down. No reaction. Anyway, the air in here feels kind of stale. Wouldn't you like a change of scenery?
What are you doing here, Nozomi?
I hadn't spoken out loud in several days. I was surprised at how hoarse my voice sounded.
Leave me alone. I don't care anymore. I don't care about any of it.
Takumi, there's something I want to talk to you about. Something important.
Okay.
Please, will you just come with me for a minute?
Take your time. You can get yourself together first. I'll be waiting for you outside. Nozomi left my room with a look of quiet determination on her face. After several exasperated sighs, I sluggishly sat up and got out of bed. Fine, I guess. I stepped outside and found myself squinting in the light. Maybe it was because I'd spent so long in my room, but the outside world felt way too bright to me now. Thank you for coming, Takumi. It really means a lot to me. You said you wanted to talk about something? Yes, it's about our past together. You mean me and Karawa? Forget it. I don't care anymore. I don't care about any of it. Why not? What do you mean? Isn't it obvious?
There's no such person as Karawa Kashimiya. There never was. It was all just made up.
No, not all of it.
Okay. Huh? First of all, Suray's been repaired and reactivated. I convinced Tsubasa to finish the job. Suray? When I told him everything that had happened, he saw that it was no good denying it. He owned up to interfering with our memories, and confirmed that everything Shouma told us is true.
Hey!
Is that all? I think we'd pretty much figured that out already. There's more. Unlike the rest of you, my memories weren't completely fabricated, but they were modified. I got Suri to undo the process and give me back any memories that had been taken from me. Oh? I finally remembered about my mother.
My mom dedicated her life to understanding cryptoglobin.
Right.
She poured everything she had into it.
Sure.
She even let her own daughter become a test subject to further that research. But it didn't go well. And in the end, she took her own life.
Right.
That's the real reason I wanted to join this mission.
Remembering this has been like losing her all over again. At first, I thought I might have been happier never finding out. But it's for the best that I did. These memories are a part of who I am. And I remembered something else that was important to me, too. I remembered you, Takumi. Me? It turns out they took more memories from me than I thought. Specifically, ones that had happened when I went to Kamakuro when I was little. I'd often explore the hospital alone and give my mom a headache. But I don't remember too much from that time. I had guessed it was because of the rejection symptoms were so rough.
The rejection symptoms had nothing to do with it, though. I remember it all now.
Okay.
Like I said, I used to wander around the hospital while I was waiting for my mom to finish her work. But there was one room I was told never to go into. I was only a kid, so my curiosity got the better of me.
Sure.
And one day, I snuck in. It was full of weird machines with these clear capsule-like things on them. I was kind of scared, but I walked up to the nearest one and looked inside.
And it was us.
When I did, I could hardly believe what I was seeing. Inside the machine was a boy, about the same age as me.
Right.
You mean...
This next part might just be a coincidence, but when I looked in the pod...
The pod stared back. And by the pod, I mean the boy inside the pod.
The boy opened his eyes. And he smiled at me. At least, I think he did. The strangest thing was, I wasn't afraid. I had to keep my mom's research, and the fact that I was helping with it a secret from everyone. I kept my distance from my classmates.
Right.
And even if I did talk to them, I never had time to hang out with anyone on the weekends.
Sure.
But when that boy smiled at me, I felt like I'd finally made a friend. That's how it seemed to me at the time, anyway.
Interesting.
I snuck into that room again and again to talk to the boy in the machine. Most of the time, his eyes were closed, but I like to think he could hear me.
Ah.
He was the one person I could be completely honest with. I could talk to him about anything. Things I enjoyed, things I found annoying, even what it was like when my dad died.
I see. And so parts of those became Takumi's memories.
Or
okay.
about the scar on my stomach. One time, while I was talking to him, his eyes opened a little, and then he lifted up his arm and put his hand on the glass. It was like he was trying to reach out and touch me. I was so happy because it meant he really could hear me. He'd heard me, and he wanted to be friends too.
And we have become friends.
But then, despite how much he meant to me, I forgot all about him. Until I got Siri to help me remember.
They really erased your memories?
I think someone from the hospital must have caught me. This project was top secret, so they wouldn't have hesitated to do whatever it took to prevent any leaks.
Fair, fair.
I don't like to think about it, but my mom might have had a hand in it too. With my memories of that boy gone, I probably never would have met him again. But somehow, I did. When I came here.
So, that boy in the pod was me?
I think so. Yes.
That would make sense.
Or rather, I'm sure of it. It was definitely you, Takumi. We really did know each other before we came here.
Just
You're
not in the
that
way we
same
thought.
boy I spoke to about so many things. You heard my voice, saw my face, and learned about my feelings. And I'm just speculating, but you were probably being fed memories about a fictional version of the complex while you were being raised in that pod.
Right.
Isn't it possible some information about me got mixed in with them?
Could be, yeah.
Mixed in?
Even if you weren't aware of it, your brain must have processed my face, my voice, and other things about me. It's like when stuff you've seen during your day turns up in your dreams.
Right.
So... that's why Kotaro was the way she was? That's why she looked just like you?
I suppose that makes sense.
Because my subconscious... what? Projected you onto the childhood friend in the false memories I was being fed?
I can't be sure, but it would make sense, wouldn't it?
Makes sense to me, so yeah.
Although, in that case, I think I owe you an apology. When you came to rescue Second to Last Defense Academy, I thought that was our first meeting. It turns out, I'd just forgotten you. You humored me, but you knew we weren't strangers the whole time. You kept all those precious memories safe for me, in your own way.
Oh.
Takumi, I know I've got no right to tell you how to feel about this, but just because your memories were created for you, that doesn't mean you have to give up on life. I mean, it wasn't all a
Fair.
lie. Your memories of Karuha and of me, they're real. The same goes for everything that's happened since we got here. The days we've spent together at this academy, those are undeniably real.
I suppose that's fair.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you should continue fighting. Not for people like me. In fact, I prefer it if you didn't. From now on, I'll protect you guys instead.
You'll... protect us?
Yes, because no matter what else may be true, you're my friends.
Well, thank you, I suppose.
I don't mind putting myself in danger if it means keeping you safe. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Thanks for listening. I should get going.
Bye-bye. Before I could answer, Nozomi turned away and went back to her own room. Sorry, I just realized that it's past 2 o'clock, so I just wanted to see how the first episode of Donkey Kong Bonanza was doing on my channel. Sorry. I don't know why I should not be getting distracted by that right now. I should wait till after the episode's done, which is probably pretty soon. Anyway, I kept my eyes on her every step of the way until she disappeared from view. I was still seized by the same confusion and despair I'd been feeling the last few days. But now, for the first time since I'd found out the truth, I was feeling something else too. Right. 72.